do të jetë një event siç ka qenë në të gjithë, shumë nga ju kanë marrë pjesë gjatë gjithë kohës së zhvillimit, dhe pak më gjerë edhe në këtë kontekst në Shqipëri. Për më shumë, eventin final për prezantimin e draftës final të kësor të hapjes së takimit sotëm, kemi zotin Benet Beci, kryetarin e Bashkisë Shkodër, zotin Miguel Dosan.
Their participation is related to their GDP size market. So this is really what they provide is a capital base, just for us to be. Bank has been known throughout the last years to be called the climate bank. We have been careful to analyze the in favor of creating a large that the municipality can change from driving a car to driving a bicycle, which are worth 350 billion. And this comes back also in terms of our operations more now outside the European Union, which indeed focuses on investments, which hopefully will also provide an opportunity, by the way. And I can say from personal experience, Portugal benefits, which is heavily supported by the EU, but this is only a part of it. A step forward and try and approach countries which are far more developed, to focus then on our presence in the Balkans. This gives you just a sample of what we've been doing in Albania. Over the last years, we've signed over 400 million, which indeed will pass and does pass Shkodra, the city of Shkodra. For me, it's an obvious project.
Po I afrohemi konkretizimit të një profili mjaft të rëndësishëm për Shkodrën, edhe për gjithë veriun e Shqipërisë, me një projekt që edhe për nga emri është shumë interesant dhe quhet edhe kuptim plot, do thoya është Porta e Alpeve. Është kënaqësi që do mund të flas për dy çështje mjaft të rëndësishme për bashkinë tonë. Është plani i mobilitetit të qëndrueshëm urban, në fokus është qyteti i Shkodrës dhe I Velipojës, dhe dyta është rruga e biçikletave përgjatë Liqenit edhe bregut Bunës në territorin edhe të Bashkisë Shkodrës dhe në territorin e Malësisë Madhe. Shkodrën si një qytet mikpritës dhe krijues ku të gjithë njerëzit jetojnë në harmoni me natyrën dhe me trashëgiminë e këtij qyteti. Plani ka 4 objektiva strategjik dhe 18 objektiva specifik, të cilët përfshin lëvizshmërinë efikase, që në fakt është reduktimi I trafikut dhe përmirësimi I menaxhimit të transportit. Lëvizshmëria e shëndetshme, që është ulja e ndotjes dhe përmirësimi I sigurisë rrugore. Lëvizshmëria e qëndrueshme, që ka të bëjë me rritjen e përdorimit të transportit publik dhe ecjes me biçikleta. Lëvizshmëria e drejtë, që është përmirësimi I aksesit për të gjithë qytetarët, mundësia për gjithë qytetarët që të kenë akses në të rrjet. Krijimin e hapësirave të reja për parkim jashtë rrugëve, ky është një problem që ne e kemi sot dhe që është në prioritetet e këtij plani, pasi ndërhyrjet me biçikleta dhe investimet që kemi bërë të kohës biçikletave kanë krijuar nevojën e shpejtë të balancimit të problemeve të parkimit në qytet. Për sa I përket rrugës biçikleta në mënyrë specifike, rruga e biçikletave do të jetë një produkt turistik unik. Kur them unik, nuk besoj se e ka kusht tjetër në Shqipëri këtë propozim që kemi, në që lidh bregun lindor të Liqenit Shkodrës, Malësinë e Madhe, Bajzën deri në Shkodër. Besoj se këto janë investime dhe ndërhyrje të një standardi dhe një niveli europian, vinë si oferta, vinë si realizime, të cilat në fakt nuk janë vetëm projekte, dhe këtu e theksoj këto janë projekte gati për zbatim. Këto janë bashkë me pjesën e financimit në mbrapa dhe jam shumë I kënaqur dhe mirëpres me padurinë që të fillojmë këto projekte.
What we learned from the first page in terms of building environment that still to influence a lot how the space is all loading, so there's also a risky element that we should take into account, and the car dominance challenge that is present, in fact, in changing some of the measures that we initially had in mind to do. And when we started to work with road accident, for example, that is also an issue here. Of course, the impact of mobility on local and in renovating streets, and it deals with the limited traffic zones. We divided.
I will not miss out on any opportunity to come back to Shkodra because it's a fantastic place to come to, and that was a good opportunity to escape from Tirana and to come back to Shkodra. And this topic, I think, is so relevant, and it's so relevant as well for transforming a city and a region around Shkodra. And so I wanted to say three things basically. The first thing, I wanted to speak a little bit about urban mobility and connectivity. Secondly, about the work that we do together with municipalities in Albania. And thirdly, about a specific program we have, which is directly linked to the work that you're doing here, and where we work as well together with the Albanian Development Fund, and I will come to that. On urban mobility, I'm really excited to hear what is going to happen here, and I'm very pleased as well, as the mayor has outlined, that this has been a bottom-up participatory approach to transforming your city the way you would like it to happen. You know, it needs the businesses in town to be involved, it needs the citizens, the schools and everybody to be part of such a process in order to make it, to embrace it and to make it your project, and that you are happy with what is the outcome of that. And I think this needs this approach to listening to the people who live here and who know best what is best for them. We are working in Shkodra when it comes to infrastructure development. We are working on the, I wouldn't say minor, but very important works actually on the Rosafa Castle to make it a better experience to the Albanian people and to tourists. We are going to work on the lakeshore connectivity around the Shiroka area, which is a critical one in terms of the road connectivity up all the way to Montenegro, but as well in terms of the whole development of the entire area, which is a beautiful area, I have to say, and I think this will contribute to further transforming and harnessing the real asset, unique asset you have with the Lake Shkodra here in Shkodra. We are working on the phase 2 of the wetland park, I think a very important development as well. And last but not least, about the new museum for navigation. So if you take all these components and you include them into what Mayor, you're already doing in transforming the city, and the program together with the EIB and ADF, I think we will wish to see that sooner than later, this city that already not just has potential, but is already an amazing place to be, that will soon come back. We have bicycle lanes to use, that we have a beautiful city that is for the people first and foremost, a livable place, and is then for tourists as well, the ideal gateway to the Alps, and I think the real hub from which it's not just to come here to move up to the Albanian Alps, but to spend time here and to see that it's worth actually spending your beautiful summer, maybe even winter here in Shkodra, and that's certainly what I'm planning to do.
And the project is actually also a project which includes 3 municipalities, municipality of Shkodra, which we are here today, also Malezi, Mati and Lesa will also be beneficiaries of this project. We can provide up to, from the analysis that we've made, can provide up to 50 million euros. That's our proposal, which is currently also being reviewed with the Ministry of Finance. Something very important, it comes back to, it's the final point which I will say, comes back to what I mentioned, that the project started in 2018. The project has been receiving quite a lot of technical assistance, and that's financing that we've been providing with the EIB under the Economic Resilience Initiative. We provided a budget of 1.75 million. In the grand scheme of things, I would say, also from looking to other operations, this is quite a, from what I see, a significant package. Use it well. I see it's being well used, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with what has been prepared so far. It's something concrete. It's something which the inhabitants will see as, this is useful, this is why investments are done in the city, and this is why we like to live in the city. One of the purposes of doing this is also to ensure that people don't need to go away to live elsewhere, to have better opportunities of life elsewhere. Maybe actually there's good opportunities over here. So we will definitely try to open the doors for that. Count with us, count on us, and we will do that.
not a circulation scheme, also of linking this landmark, this point of interest, maybe for the long term part of the something that are blue, so that are totally pedestrianized, and the some